Hey everyone, I hope all of you guys are doing good and staying safe. In the previous video, we took a look at creating a custom route table and mapping the public subnet and adding a route to the internet gateway. Whereas the main route table right now is just associated with the private subnet, but it does not have any routes except for the local route. So to provide internet access to something that is the private subnet, we need a concept called as NAT gateway, which will reside in the public subnet and which will have an elastic IP associated with it. This was something that we already saw when we created this VPC through the launch wizard, but we are doing it the hard way. We are doing every step one by one to get more clarity into what's happening. So on the left side navigation bar, you can see that we have a NAT gateway. Let's go ahead and create a NAT gateway. I'm going to call this NAT gateway as my public subnet access NAT gateway or NAT GW. Or I could just call it as this makes more sense, my private subnet access internet through the NAT gateway. We are going to place this NAT gateway. It's a classic exam question, classic interview question. You place the NAT gateway into the public subnet. You never place the NAT gateway into the private subnet. And the NAT gateway's connectivity type is public over here. But recently, AWS brought out a private NAT gateway. If suppose you would like to connect to your on-premise infrastructure, or you would like to connect some other VPC, you can go ahead and use a private NAT gateway. So you can ensure that your private NAT gateway is used to talk between VPCs, or your private NAT gateway is used to talk to your on-premise infrastructure through something called as a transit gateway and so on. So if you would like to talk to the internet, you use a public NAT gateway for your private subnets. If you would like to talk within VPCs, and if you want to talk to your on-premise infrastructure or your corporate data center, you use a private NAT gateway. The public NAT gateway is always associated with an elastic IP, whereas the private NAT gateway does not need an elastic IP. So it will not reach the internet. It will only be used to talk within VPCs or to your corporate data center. So let's choose the public connectivity for our NAT gateway because we are creating the same architecture that we saw before. And we are going to click on allocate elastic IP. And a new elastic IP is allocated and assigned over here. With the launch VPC wizard, we had to create the elastic IP beforehand, but the NAT gateway console itself allows us to allocate an elastic IP and associate it over here. Let's go ahead and create the NAT gateway of public type connectivity. So now the NAT gateway takes a few moments for it to come up and running. So in the next video, we will go ahead and add the route for the NAT gateway to our main route table where our private subnet is associated. So I'll see you all in the next video.